Today we're going to show you the roller mill. There's basically two features to it. The knob on the top will separate the two wheels for thicker metal, and you go clockwise to lower the two wheels. Don't turn it really tight when you get down to the end. You want to leave a little bit of a gap. So the other feature is this arm that will twist the two wheels. When you put metal through this side, it's going to make it flat, and when you put metal through this side, mostly wire, if you put wire through this side, it's going to make the round wire square. So we're going to show you how to do this right now. So if you're running sheet metal through the flat part, you'll want to find out what width it's starting out. So this is 20 gauge, and I want to make so it's tight in there, and you're going to run it through, and then up on top you're going to twist it just like a half a turn, maybe a third of a turn. Okay, and then a little bit more. I'm only going about a quarter of a turn on this one. You can see our square is now more of a rectangle, and you'll kind of find the right spot to run it through. And of course you don't want to go too thin with it. I'm only given about a quarter of a turn each time. So that square is now a rectangle, and it's almost twice the length that it started. And because these are polished and smooth, it's going to keep your metal nice and polished and smooth. Another thing you can do with this mill is if you separate the wheels a little bit, and I just have two pieces of copper here, and I'm going to put some steel wire in between, make a pattern, and then I'm making a sandwich out of it. I'm going to have to find the right height, so that's definitely too tight. Okay, that right there is pretty tight. I'm going to run it through. I'm going to catch it on the back side, and I'm going to run it through, tighten it just a little bit, and then run it through the other way. And then it's going to pick up the texture of what I just ran through. And you can use steel wire, you can use coins, you can use pretty much anything that has a texture that it can pick up. Also, if you notice, I have the reverse pattern on the other side. So this is great if you're making a set of something, or earrings, or something that you want mirrored. Okay. If I'm running wire through, I'm going to adjust the height with the wheel on top until it just barely fits. It's still just a little bit too loose. And if you run that through, and you can run it all the way through, or you can back it up, and that just made it just a little bit flat. So I'm going to give it just another quarter of a turn. And the secret is just to go a little bit at a time. So quarter of a turn. You can run solder through the mill this way. We do that in jewelry too. Now if I run a similar wire through the square side, I'm going to want to lower the wheel all the way down. When I lower the wheel all the way down, I want to make sure that it's still not too tight, that I can still turn the wheel. Also, this fits in the 5th groove. I'm going to run it through. It's actually a little bit loose, so I'm going to go over to the next groove. And you just keep on going smaller and smaller. And here's the last one. And I know it's a little bit hard to see, but now that round wire is square.